Okay, so I have finished watching Brown Sugar, and this is a rom-com. Okay, this is a rom-com. I 100% see why everybody on Twitter was like, you have to watch Brown Sugar. It's one of the best black rom-coms there is. Let's just talk about the dynamics of the characters. So you have these two people, Sid and Dre, and they grew up together. These are childhood best friends. They have loved each other since the first time they saw each other. They've been through life together. They get up in around mid-20s. She goes to school, he goes to school, and they start moving into their career. She's a writer, he's a music executive, and they find other people. For Dre, it would be Nicole Ari Parker or Reese. For her, she was like casually dating until she found the basketball player played by Boris Kojo, Kelby. So you see such an intense dynamic with people who have constantly been together with each other now being separated by their throes of life, or more like not delving into their truth, you know. So then they go on, and actually this movie is really good for the background characters. So Sydney's cousin, Francine, played by Queen Latifah, she's always been like this grounding moment, I feel like, for Sydney. Because while Sydney was going to be perfectly fine just denying her feelings for Dre, Francine was like, girl, you got to go for it. Girl, you got to go for it. Girl, you got to go for it. You know? And watching it as someone who is so young, I'm approaching my 20s, it's like, wow, you know, I can relate to them because I am them. This didn't feel like The Notebook. It didn't feel like, you know, the other kinds of rom-coms where you feel disconnected. It felt like my story, minus the guy, obviously, but it felt like I was there. Each part where it was hilarious, it was comedic, like that part where Dre and Sydney finally had sex. And oh my god, that was absolutely hilarious to me. Or when he was trying to convince her to go to the Def Jam party with Russell Simmons and them. Like the parts of the comedy that really showcase the depth of their friendship. You know what I mean? I absolutely adored this movie. 100% one of the best watches that I've seen of this. One of the best watches I've seen this year. For sure. I've always wanted to watch it and I always passed up the chance, and I'm very happy that I finally did it. You know, it kind of restores my faith and love, you know? And it's nice. It's a very nice read. Not read, a very nice watch. And I truly recommend that if you're coming of age, you know, and you just love, this is a great place to start watching. That, I would say, Jason's lyric is really good. Though it's kind of sad. It's kind of sad. And the way, that's going to be a whole separate review on Jason's lyric and my own theories about that as well. But, God, I loved it. I loved it. And you want to know what I loved even more? Besides the fact that we had Yazz Bey as Cab in here, and you know Yazz Bey is fine. It's the fact that we had real MCs in the movie. We had Jermaine Dupri, we had Common, we had Talib Kweli, you know, we had Method Man. Like, everybody who has been a pillar to hip-hop. This movie is truly a ode to hip-hop and truly an ode to love and the love of hip-hop. And I 100% loved it. It felt like my story. You know, it felt like I was there. So my Larissa rating is going to be a 1,000 out of 10. Loved the movie.